One person who consistently inspires me in day-to-day life is Beyonce. I'm a huge Beyonce fan, and I feel like she embodies so much of what I aspire to, in her confidence, in her self-assuredness, in her independence, in being unapologetically independent, and in her talent. When you see Beyonce perform, you know she is always giving 100%. Never 99, never 98, always 100%. And I just respect that drive and that passion and what she's been able to accomplish. She's fabulous. She knows what works for her. She doesn't try to be anyone but herself. I just think I know she's flawed, but as far as I'm concerned, she's just a flawless human being. And so I adore her, and she inspires me on a regular basis. Every time I see a video or a photo or a song, I just think I can do better, because look at the bar Beyonce has set. On a more serious note, I had a recent trip to Africa that really inspired me, because I was able to visit some of the slave castles on the west coast of Africa where slaves were kept. They were warehouses for human beings. And it's where slaves were kept before they got on the boats to ship them to the New World. If you ship an empty boat, you lose money. If you ship a half-empty boat, you lose money. It has to be packed with people for you to maximize your profit. And so they would store people at these warehouses until they had enough people to fill a ship. Sometimes that was 3 or 4 months. They were literally dungeons. There was no ventilation. There were no windows, no lights. They would throw food down there and people had to scramble for it like animals. No showers, no sanitation, nothing. After that, they had to get on the ships and make the passage to the New World, which could be months spent on a ship, chained to each other in the same horrible conditions. And then, when they got here, they spent the rest of their lives enslaved in a land that was completely foreign to them. The reason that inspired me, because I thought about how strong, physically, psychologically, and mentally, the people that survived had to be. You're talking about the strongest of the strong. To survive that physically and mentally and emotionally, come here and then have children. Because to be our ancestors, they had to reproduce. So it just made me feel so strong that my stock was the best of the best. And the people that went through one of the most awful tragedies in human history were the strongest of the strong. And that inspired me so much. What can I really complain about when people went through such an atrocity and were still able to come out on the other side intact?